These are shortcuts to gardens. They are small gardens. People could sit down, people can play soccer. But make sure not to play soccer here, because all of these plants you're seeing, most of them have spikes. They will pop the ball if they accidentally go inside. As you can see, the floor is still the same. The trees are blossom. And people over here have balconies. They could watch this nice view. And the floors go up to 5 floors, I believe. But it varies between each building and each B. And B is a group of buildings. Each group of buildings looks different, has a different design. You've got the whole city for yourself. Over here you got kind of a big circle. You could go on the left side or the right side. It's filled with greens. So let's just go to the right side. As you can see, it's very well taken care of. The bushes are trimmed perfectly. They're not overgrowing. They're not coming in front of the path. The trees here create a very nice shade for you while you're walking, so there's no sun. So you could come out here any type of day, even in the middle of August, in the middle of the day when it's 100 degrees outside. It's gonna be very cool. If you stand under here, it's gonna be very cool. Still a lot of shade. You still got all of the shade by the trees. And they're adding new plants every single day. Always expanding, adding new places. You know, just improving. Here is a little tree in the middle that again has 3 paths, or actually 4, including the one that we came with. So we could choose to go there, or we could choose to go up the stairs. Well, let's choose to go up the stairs. Notice the amount of butterflies around. And the birds, you could hear them. Butterflies everywhere. A lot of wind. It's very peaceful. So we are now in a parking lot for one of the buildings. These people have direct access to the garden by going down. This is the garden we went to. And these are the type of cars that people drive in Egypt. So we've got all the cars that we've usually got in America. German, BMW, Mercedes, Audi, etc. American, Ford, Chevrolet. We also got a lot of Japanese cars, Nissan and Toyota, although Honda isn't too famous in Egypt. But we also got the addition of Chinese cars. So they add an extra place to the market. Cars are kind of reliable, kind of not, but they're really cheap. So anyone who just wants a car to go from place A to place B, they could use them. And it also gets a lot of nice features and gimmicks. Is it too reliable? I wouldn't say so, but it is reliable. These are some Mercedes that people have. And you see a bunch of BMWs driving around, Audis. I believe that's a Chinese car, a G-Tour. See how it's well built actually. A lot of people also drive motorcycles because everybody here orders delivery. Especially now, people are waking up, they want to eat breakfast. So we also got the Skoda. Skoda is a nice addition. South Korean cars. That's a Chinese car right there. Very wide from the inside actually. Went inside one yesterday. So to the left right now we have the B8, and on the right we have the B8 that is a little bit more expensive. So these people, they get better looking apartments, wider from the inside, more guards, more green, and there's actually two types, one of which has underground parking. So we're gonna go check that out. Doesn't seem like there's a sidewalk here, so we're gonna have to cross right over here. When you're crossing the roads here, you gotta be careful because the cars don't stop over here. So over here is the B8, the premium one. Also the premium one. And all the way over there is another premium one. That guy has Mercedes. Like I said, you see these cars driving around casually. They're very good cars over here, especially the SUVs, because Egypt is a desert land, so it's really good. So these are the designs. Let's go take a closer look. These are a couple of years old now. Some people have started coming inside. And when I see these, I say that kind of looks like, I don't know, from far away it looks like an Italian home. But when you get closer, it doesn't too much. So usually over here you would have parkings. But as you can see, there isn't. You just got the street parking. Well, actually, like I said, they have underground parking here. So you can park under the building, in the shade. Because these people are paying more, remember? They park in the shade, the car isn't too hot, because obviously Egypt is a hot country. You could go in that car, it's cool outside. I'm sorry, inside the car. And the parking is free, always. All over the city of Madinty. Everything here is free for parking. You can park anywhere for free, whether that's on the mall, the supermarkets, other apartment buildings that you don't live in, all of these things. So notice this other B8 premium apartment, they have parking outside, but these are a higher level of B8 parking. And these, notice the different building designs. So I'm just going around looking for the underground parking. Welcome to walking in Madinty. I'm gonna show you a couple of things in this beautiful city of Madinty. We are now currently walking between the B2 and the B8. The weather here is very beautiful. It's currently 9 a.m. and it's 70 degrees and it's windy. As you can see, the floor is made out of stone, which is a really nice add-on. And there's grass and trees everywhere for you to look at while you're walking or driving. Every 4 buildings get their own security guard. And this is the trash can for small trash. And this is the trash for your big trash. The stuff in the track bags. You could open it with your hands or with your legs, if you don't want to get your hands dirty. They have a lot of crazy trees here. And all the way over there, there's this tall tree. That's actually not a tree, it's an antenna. So we use that to connect over here. Even if you have your own garden, people come every evening to come water them and take care of them for you, so you don't need to do any work. So, as you could see, the ground here is made out of stone. And that is the garage. You could go access the apartment building from right on top. You get access by an elevator. And you get a speed bump over here, because people are crossing here. And if you're going too fast, which is kind of what the people do here, you might accidentally hit someone. So they gotta add the speed bumps to make sure that, you know, people don't have any driving safety hazards. Now this place over here, it's kind of about the same place as here. It looks kind of the same, except it's mostly white and gray. So this actually looks like another type of B or group of buildings, and it's called B10, but they're not the same. This one gets underground parking. B10 does not. So over here's a garden. People could play soccer. We also got a lot of grass, but be sure not to kick the ball here, because the grass here might have a lot of spikes in it. So over here, you get both of the buildings. You come out from the back of the buildings too, or walk around the sides, and you get a bunch of grass. Beautiful weather, etc., etc. And we got a trash can here so that the people don't litter. And like you could see in front of us, this is the normal B8. So this has overground parking. You could park outside, and it's more affordable. It just gets a different design. But you don't need to worry about the outside design. You could design the inside of the houses as much as you like. Change the color of the walls, the lights, the whole vibe, etc. So, as we could see here, this is another underground parking for this set of buildings. And we actually want to cross the street over here so we could get to the normal side of B8. Remember to cross the street here safely because cars here don't stop for people. And we're gonna cross this side too. Notice the amount of butterflies here. There's a bunch of shade from the trees. It's currently 9 a.m. 70 degrees, but it's very windy, a lot of shade. So yeah, it's very nice over here. The floor is made out of stone. So that's a very nice touch. And the bus that you saw in the beginning of the building, the video, sorry, that bus is owned by the city. You take the bus ride for about 10 pounds, which is less than $1. $1 is about 48 pounds. And it takes you around the B8. And it takes you back to the bus stop. The big bus stop has all the buses. So you could go to any of the B8s and all that. That is if you don't have a car. And then they also have bigger buses that take you outside of Madinty into the normal Egypt. So yeah, those are what the buses are. They drive safely, don't worry, because they are owned and this is their job. A lot of butterflies around here. They came here naturally, not artificially, because of all the plants and stuff. That's how you know it's real stuff. But yeah, if you don't have a car, take the bus. Speaking of cars, these are the type of cars that they got over here. So they got a lot of Japanese cars like Nissan and Toyota, and they also got Hondas, but Hondas aren't too famous here. We also got German cars, and you see a lot of these driving around, which is like Mercedes, BMW, and Audi. Audi is a little bit less famous than BMW and German. Also, we got Mitsubishi. Mitsubishi is also Japanese. It isn't widely famous in Egypt as in America, but it's very affordable here. We got French cars, South Korean cars. In addition to all of this, we get the Chinese cars. So they aren't too reliable, but they're cars for a different market, for people who want a car, who want to go places, but they don't have the money. They just want to go from place A to place B. But it's a good car overall. They got a lot of features, and no, they won't break down as soon as you start them. But yeah, this is the walk in Madinty, and we'll see you soon.